got a thing.
Okay.
Got a loading bar. It's loading. Setting up your meeting. Okay, it's going. It's going. This may be it. This may be it. All right.
Okay. How do I see what's going on?
All right. We are live on your YouTube. There's a crazy delay, but
Okay. Let me see. Wonder how I can see it. Okay. So how do we get the I guess the screen
yeah,
so
go
we
ahead
can
and
read?
send me the URL to that thread.
Okay.
Then we should be all set. Let me double check it. Oh yeah, says we're live. Looks like we're
Okay.
live.
Wonder I feel like I want to see the screen, so let me see if I can just go to my own page and see it. Um, so yeah, I guess we just need to get the thing up and that should be it, right?
Yep. Give me a second. Let me see. Chrome.
To watching.
All right. Okay. I think we're good.
Okay.
Can you double check on the YouTube page, see if people can see this? Or actually, you know what? Let me stop that real quick and let me open it as a new window. So you don't see all my other stuff. Okay.
If you're watching, we're just finishing up a couple things and
All
we'll be
right.
good to go.
We should be good now.
Okay. So I guess you can scroll it all and everything then,
Yeah,
Kylan?
I
Okay.
can, and it should be showing up. Should
Okay.
be.
Then I just need to send the link on YouTube so
Yeah.
people know. Or on X, I mean.
It's okay. You can still call it Twitter.
Guess I closed my window. So, Kylan, how are you doing today?
You know what? I'm gonna make it. I had a very eventful day, and now we did about 40 minutes of tech troubleshooting. I feel very accomplished today.
Yeah, this without Kylan, I don't think this would have happened, y'all. So, thank Kylan for doing this.
I'm happy to be here, man.
And I guess, Kylan, you can probably see like comments and stuff too, can't you?
I can't.
You can't? Okay.
I no, I think that's gonna be up to you to keep track
Okay.
of.
All right. I don't have a box or anything, so I'll just watch it from the actual stream.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Man, this is trippy. Okay,
All right. I'm sending it. All right. It's sent on Twitter now. So
sweet.
we should be ready. We don't need OBS anymore, so let me close that out. So that's
I
not.
don't think so. Oh man, it's doing a weird thing where whoever's talking is the only thing on the screen.
Hmm.
It'll be fine. I think
Okay.
we'll be all right.
Okay. Let me.
Share screen, side by side mode.
Okay.
All right, we should be good.
Okay. Is it showing both of us now?
I think so. Oh no, what happened to it? Uh, no, it's going back and forth still. I don't know, but
Okay.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Welcome, anybody watching. I am still trying to get the hang of this. Um, I need to get where I can see the actual feed better. Okay. All right, I'll just do the best I can, I guess. I don't know how
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get it bigger. Okay, sorry y'all. My face is going to be all up in the screen because I can't see it all that well. And watch the chat. So,
This is a learning process for everybody.
yeah.
I'm hoping, we're gonna do more of these in the future. They'll be a
All
little
right.
more streamlined.
There we go. That's better. All right. How many people we got watching? Do we need to wait
I don't know.
for anybody else to come? Let's
I don't
see.
know.
All right. Well, let's get scrolling then.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see here.
All right. We got Elevation Worship, Taylor Swift, Wolves at the Gate. That's Bethel Music. That's a pretty diverse list there. Wolves at the Gate and then some worship music and Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Well, okay, I've noticed. So I have a work chat with everyone in my company, and someone brought up, "Hey, let's all share our Spotify Wrapped." And I feel like Taylor Swift made almost everybody's Spotify Wrapped this year,
She was the most streamed artist on Spotify this year, so that kind of makes sense.
which is
Which is
wild.
wild. Yeah, considering that
Yeah.
the album was not even like one of
It's
her
I
more
know.
acclaimed.
All right. Well, hey, we like how spicy do you want to get up top? Do we
Uh,
need to save that for a
as
little later in the show or
you can do whatever you'd like. I'm good with.
I'm really disappointed with that Taylor Swift album. And here's the thing, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Okay.
She's usually like made my top five like in the past couple years. She did not this year. Uh, I I don't think it's a great album. I fully don't understand the hype around it.
I feel like she was going for like a vibe album, which is kind of that's kind of all the rage these days, I feel like, you know?
Right.
But it just it was didn't have a lot of replay value, I don't feel like.
No, it didn't. It was so long, which is kind of the problem with a lot of major albums this year for me.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no, I love this list.
Yeah. That's
Bra-
pretty
Brandon Lake,
diverse.
it's still super weird. I know we've talked about it on your show, but like I went to school with Brandon Lake,
Yeah.
and so it's really weird for me to like see him as anything other than the like 19-year-old kid
Yeah,
at worship school.
that is gotta
Like
be
it's
weird.
weird seeing him be like touring with Creed and being on people's Spotify lists.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And he's winning awards and everything now.
Yeah, I know. It's
Um,
crazy.
okay. What's next? Let's
What
see.
we
We
got?
got Amazon. Oh, that's where I was telling him how to do it.
Oh,
All
we got
right.
Todd, my
Uh,
nemesis. Have we talked about Todd as my internet nemesis?
is he your nemesis,
He
Todd?
is.
Okay.
But
What's the
no, we're
story
actually
there?
no, we're actually we're really good friends now. It was one of those things. He commented about a Church Names Now episode. I'm guessing it was probably Five Iron Frenzy,
I remember that actually. Yeah.
and telling us how we were so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then, uh, we interacted quite a bit, like back and forth. I'm like, hey man, it's just my opinion. Because it's like one of those things, like
Yeah.
like when you react to something online, and then like you don't think about like, oh no, these are like real people, and then a real person responds to you, and you're just like, oh right, yeah, yeah. And so it's super good natured,
Yeah.
and we disagree on a lot of things musically, but he's super cool. He's
I
Go ahead.
I had a rocky start with Todd too, but now I love Todd now. We're
Yeah, you know,
good. We're good now.
I've done some like design work for him and stuff too, and
Oh,
he's like
nice.
actually sending me something in the mail right now.
Oh,
All
awesome.
right.
All
I'm
right.
stoked to dig into his list.
All right. MXPX, Chick Magnet, the top song. Love that. Very
In
it
2024,
yeah.
having Chick Magnet as your number one song is like such a flex. I love it.
Yeah. You're a OG. Um Five Iron Frenzy, of course.
Mhm.
The Planet Smashers, I do not know. Sorry,
Mm-mm.
sweetheart, I do not know. The Warning, aren't they like they're a punk band, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Good. That's the list of a true punk, I would
True.
say.
Yeah,
True.
for sure.
Yeah. Very nice. All right.
Todd, you're a real one.
Oh, Solar
Oh,
Heavy again.
Solar Heavy.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right. Jen, who I might be watching, she liked one of my posts a minute ago. Switchfoot, John Mark McMillan, Five Iron Frenzy, MXPX, Judah and the Lion. That's another pretty diverse list within Christian music, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
You got ska, you got punk, you got pop rock with Switchfoot, John Mark McMillan, kind of like a worship, like an edgy worship artist, I would say.
Right.
Uh, Judah and the Lion, I see them all the time. I'm ashamed I have not actually taken the time to really dig into their stuff
Yeah.
to have much of an opinion, but I'm aware that that's one that I need to look into at some
Yeah.
point. So yeah, cool list there,
Pretty
Jen.
good.
Yeah,
Do we have anything in the chat?
nothing in the chat. If you have anything to say, like tell us
Wait,
how.
hold on. Is your feed delayed? I see stuff in the chat.
You see stuff in the chat.
Yeah. 24
Um,
Say Ray says hello, and Josh Baylog says hi.
Oh, hey. I apparently just
Oh no,
Kylan is
okay. I guess
doing
I'm
it
I'm
all.
I'm in charge of the chat too.
Uh, okay, I'm refreshing it. I mean, like I saw it streaming up there, so I don't know why it's not
That's
showing.
funny. I don't
Oh,
know.
there it is. I
24
see
Say
why.
says I love Judah and the Lion. All right.
Okay.
24 Say for two people that are unfamiliar with Judah and the Lion, what's like the song to check out to start? I'd love to know.
Yeah, let me know. Okay, I can see it now. All right.
Okay. Sweet.
Sorry. I had to make I keep having to make one screen larger than the other, so I'm having to go back and forth in order to actually see the feed and then to
Yeah,
see the comments,
I
but
know it's so complicated.
good old technology. You think,
Uh-huh.
okay, let's see, what's next?
All right. I think we have Josh
Josh
Baylog.
Balog. Oh, 21 Pilots. So I knew you liked 21 Pilots. I didn't know that, like, I know they put out a new album this year. I wouldn't have guessed them as your number one artist for some reason, but knowing your fandom of them,
Yeah.
it does make sense. Jars of Clay, your all-time favorite at number two.
Yeah.
Benjamin Daniel, number three. He is going to for sure be in my top 10 of my last FM. I don't really pay much attention to my Wrapped because I keep everything on Last FM and it tracks what I play across like other like on iTunes and things like that. So it's way more accurate. I know Josh has Last
Nice.
FM too, and he'll be sharing his, I'm sure. Um, John Foreman, Hammock. Okay,
Hammock is the
Josh.
Hammock is the only one I'm like surprised by.
I am surprised by Hammock. Yeah,
Yeah. I love that though.
yeah, good stuff. Very cool. Thanks, Josh.
All right. 24 Sere said the song Scream by Judah and the Lion is the one we should check out.
Okay, I'm gonna have that in one of my playlists on
Yeah.
Spotify right now. Scream Judah. Okay. All right, that is in my Might Be Your Jam playlist.
There you
So,
go.
all right. Uh, What we got
All
next?
right. We got
Let's
Richard.
see. Richard Matthews. Let's see.
Tell me you have kids without telling me you have kids.
Uh, all right.
But what kids are listening to Celine Dion?
Hmm. That's a good question. I can't think of any like kids music that Celine Dion put out.
Right.
Lydia, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. It's
I do
really
not
good.
know. I do not know Thelma Plum.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't know if that's kids ours. Paramore and Taylor Swift. I mean, if that's your kids, they got pretty solid taste, I think.
That's true. That's true.
Um, so yeah,
I like this one.
very cool.
Yeah, that's a good list. All right. What else we got?
Chris Unthink. Okay, this must be an Apple Music one. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has a top 15 set songs, I guess.
No, this
Um,
this is albums,
oh,
top
albums. Okay.
albums. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, nice. Interesting. Justin Timberlake feels like it doesn't quite fit in with the rest of these.
Right.
Maybe One Republic, maybe. Ernest, that's a country artist, I believe, and then a lot of
Yes.
CCM, and some worship, Elevation, 21 Pilots. A lot of like people have like their niches, but like
Hmm.
people in this community seem to have like multiple niches that they're interested in, I feel like.
Right. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
So what else do we have? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here. It's just a better look.
Okay.
Oh, his top songs.
Smooth Criminal, heck yes.
I love that that's number two.
That's a great song.
And Bad is number three.
Nice.
Okay. All right, Chris. We see you.
Okay. Top artists. That's wild that Michael Jackson's not in his top artists,
I
but
know. And Michael
I
W.
had
Smith is
several
not.
most played songs.
Yeah. And Michael W. Smith isn't in top albums.
Hmm.
Huh.
Cool.
All right. I love that.
Yeah. Poor Caleb, I guess, couldn't get a YouTube.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Brandon
Brandon
Russ.
Rest. We'll start with top songs.
Okay. Oh, there's some older House of Heroes jam on there.
Yeah.
Couple Ren Collective. I like Ren Collective.
I'm super unfamiliar with both of these Crowder songs. I'm I so fell off
I did
listening
too.
to Crowder.
I
I
did too. And
Oh, but
he
House of
come,
Heroes.
yeah, nice. Ren Collective is one of my wife's favorites. They got a
Okay.
little worship music with a little pep in its step.
Okay. I can dig
A
that.
little bit of they use some kind of like Lumineers type things. I would
Okay.
say, yeah.
I can dig that. I see Hawk Nelson is number three. I think I just saw yesterday Jason Dunn from Hawk Nelson doing like an Instagram live thing. I think he announced a Letters to the President anniversary tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
don't hold me to that. I didn't watch it. I just got like the notification. So I think that may be happening. We'll see.
Hmm. Very nice.
Taylor Swift making
Another
it,
Taylor Swift.
yeah,
We need to
making an
keep. I'm going to
appearance.
keep track of how many Taylor Swifts we get here. We got
You
three.
should.
We've got three
Yep.
so far.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how to say your name.
Ed
ECLC plus VE.
B.
Clyde and the Mill Taylors. I do not know that one.
I literally know none of these bands.
I know the Grey Havens, and I've heard of Tommy Prophet. I do not know the others. Interesting. Harris Cole. I
Okay.
also don't know. Brandon, you've got some. You've got some stumpers on here.
Yeah.
Let me know. You know if
Like,
something is particularly you think I would like, and I will check it out.
right.
John William Sherrod. Um,
Okay, I'm familiar with this list. I know these
okay.
bands.
I do not know Beach Bunny.
I know Beach Bunny.
What genre
It's
is that?
like uh it's similar to like man, I can't think of what is the name of that band. It's like it's a little bit surf rock, but a little bit shoegaze. Like
Okay.
it's real that kind of like that very specific indie kind of like lots of reverb, lots of like slow jams, but a little bit surfy.
It's kind of maybe like Best Coast, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, maybe
Okay.
like Best Coast meets like Starflyer.
Okay.
Might
Hmm.
might might be a good description.
Yeah, I might have to check that out. Third Day, good stuff. I feel like John and I feel like he's not a big fan of Conspiracy Number Five, which is my favorite Third Day album. I feel like we had that
Mm,
discussion a year or so ago, but of course they've got a lot of other good stuff. Have you all
yeah.
covered Third Day on Church Jams now?
We have not.
That's kind of
We have
surprising.
not. I know. I know. Well, we got a little gun shy after Mercy Me and how TJ responded to it. So but I'm guessing we'll probably cover a third day in 2025.
Okay.
It is fun. Three of these five, even though the episodes haven't come out, we have covered three of these five bands on your show.
Hmm. Yeah, I think me and Josh Baylog, I feel like introduced John to My Epic and Falling Up. So that's awesome that
Nice.
those have been hits for you, John. Love that. Always love to see
Yeah.
bands that don't get a lot of, you know, press in the mainstream, kind of spread by word of mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Rational Anarchist. Five Iron Frenzy would be the top choice of somebody with the name
For a
Rational
rational
Anarchist, I
anarchist.
do
Yep.
believe. Yeah. Uh, Red Hot Chili Peppers, nice. Do you like the newer Chili Peppers stuff or like
Uh,
the classics or any of it
what,
at
what
all?
what about neither?
Okay.
Um, here's the thing is like Red Hot Chili Peppers, uh I respect them all as musicians. Like they
Mm,
are so good. And I even read Anthony Kiedis's autobiography that came out
mm,
in like 2005, something like that.
okay.
Um I'm fascinated by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
As like but much like an artisan hot sauce, it's not something I'm gonna reach to every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have to be in a very specific mood.
We've got the hits on our playlist at work, and it's decent. Just kind of
Yeah.
I think the term going around is coworker music. So
Yes. I love
just a
that.
good safe kind of safe for the whole family
Right.
kind of thing. I
Yep.
think,
Exactly.
but great musicians, of course. Calibretto 13. That's a deep cut right there.
That's one I
Um,
don't know at all.
They were that gave me like Violent Femmes vibes.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if that's a good comparison or not, but kind of really really quirky, like little bit of a punk rock vibe.
Okay.
Um, yeah, some good stuff from what I remember. I haven't listened to them
Right.
in forever. A top five Iron fan. Okay, Pixie,
February was
old school emo
emo
Christian
Christian
rock.
rock. Okay.
Huh.
Five Iron was their
Okay.
top artist. All right. I love
Nice.
that. Ah, Alistair.
Yeah. All right. What we got here? Bring Me the Horizon. Okay. Under Oath, Switchfoot, Knocked Loose, top album and song.
Hmm.
Did you see their performance on what was the late night show they were on? Was it Fallon or
It was
Kimmel? I can't
Kimmel.
remember.
It was Kimmel.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see it?
I did see it. Yeah.
Uh,
I I enjoyed it. I don't know Knocked Loose at all. Um, but I liked that performance. Like
mm,
it it was wild that there was so much backlash to it
I
for
know it's
me.
silly.
Like
Silly.
I like fully don't understand why there was like it's like I don't know, man. Like metal bands exist.
Yeah,
Like and sometimes they can also just be on your TV. If you don't like
I
it, change
know.
the channel.
Right. Do you literally like
Yeah,
every other artist that has performed on that show and they're
right,
the only one you don't like, so you gotta raise a stink
right.
about it or
I do have to point out I like that his number three top album is I Am Hollywood by He
oh
Is
yeah,
Legend. That's one of
that's a
my
good one
favorites.
for sure.
Uh
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a
I
contender for
also
my top 100.
oh, okay. Are we gonna cover that on your show?
No,
Because that's
it's not that high in the
it
consideration.
should be. It should be. So okay, Bring Me the Horizon. What do you think about Bring Me the Horizon?
They kind of they kind of got big like at the end of my big metalcore phase. I feel like they were like ushering in the era of like neon dinosaurs on t-shirts and things like that. That was kind of the era
Yeah,
of metalcore that I where they kind of lost me, I feel like. So I was never really that into them.
right,
I know they've kind of branched out and done a little more um, pop oriented things recently and
right.
what I've heard I like of that okay, but I haven't dug very deep. What about you?
Okay. They fall in a similar category to me as The Devil Wears Prada,
Yes.
where I I weirdly love the first records that are like really bad. Like they're objectively like they're badly recorded. No one is good at their instrument, but there's like some weird like raw energy to it that I
Yeah.
just like I really love. And then once they got all polished, I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want this.
Right.
Like
Right.
I want the crappy version of the band.
Okay. Um,
Oh man, hey, I'm looking at the chat. Looks like we
yeah,
got
I'm looking
Caleb,
too now, actually.
Caleb the
What's up,
Spy.
Caleb? All right, DC. Cool. 80s and 90s metal CCM demographic. All right. So you're probably more of a CCM metalhead than I am for sure, because like I still have a lot of digging to do in the 80s and 90s metal, like stuff that predates like Zayo and Living Sacrifice and stuff, like Believer and like I know some Tourniquet. Okay, well that's off topic, but
Yeah.
yeah, I need to do some more, 80s and metals, 80s and 90s
80s and metals.
Christian metal listening.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So let's move on to Pamela.
All right. Fallout
All right.
Boy. 14,000 minutes of Fallout Boy.
That's wild.
That is wild. Good for you, Pamela.
That
Um,
that's almost as many minutes as I listen to total, according to my Spotify.
that's that's probably like me with falling up. Like I go to sleep with like a falling up instrumental album on and stuff. So it kind of
Yeah.
tainted my scores this year.
Okay, I'm also curious. Like I want to hear your opinion on Fallout Boy.
Oh man, like I like a few of the early singles. I like Dance Dance.
Hmm.
Um, Thanks for the memories. I cannot get into the newer stuff at all, like Centuries, and
Right.
I know that's probably not even new at this point, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of Patrick Stump's voice. He's got a great voice. It's just a little over the top for my preferences, I
Right.
think. What about you?
Yeah, okay, so Fall Out Boy was like a huge band for me early on.
Okay.
Specifically like Take This to Your Grave, From Under the Cork Tree, even they did before From Under the Cork Tree they had My Heart or oh my God, what is it called? My Heart Will Always Be the B-side to My Brain or something like that EP. It was like
Okay.
an acoustic EP. They did a like a Joy Division cover. Then they had before. Take This to Your Grave. They had Evening Out with Your Girlfriend. They were like a lot more punk rock. Um, and I love all of that early Fall Out Boy stuff. The newer stuff, yeah, I can't really get into, but I weirdly got into Save Rock and Roll. Um,
Hmm.
I I
I haven't heard that one all the way through. So
Yeah, no, they have an Elton John feature on it, which is like really weird.
that is weird.
But I weirdly love that album too. But everything else, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, like it's okay. It kind of feels similar to like newer Blink-182 for me. Um, like
Yeah, I couldn't get into that
like
either.
like I understand why people like it. It's just not for me.
Right. Yeah,
Okay, do you know Rogue Valley or the Cactus Blossoms?
I do not.
I don't either.
I know Starflyer 59 and Jimmy World quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh,
Uh,
Blind Pilot. That's a big band for me too. They're really good.
I don't I know the name, but I've not listened to Blind Pilot. What genre is that?
It's like real like Portland kind of like m mid like 2010s folk rock kind of thing. It's
Okay.
good. Like they're really good.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. I will make a note. Blind Pilot. All right. So like Weezer and Starflyer 59 feel like contradicting bands to me because one is very flamboyant and one is like
Right.
extremely reserved. So
Right.
this person must have a pretty wide-ranging personality, I would imagine.
Yep. No, I love that.
Five
Okay, and
Iron.
then getting into the bottom. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. 21 Pilots making a lot of appearances here.
Yep.
Hmm.
I have not listened to their new album.
I haven't either, actually. I need to do that. 24 Say Ray said in the chat that when we get to theirs, they didn't post their number one song, so they must not want anyone to know that it's Crazy Frog's version of Axel F. So no, that's funny. Shares an account with the whole family. So yeah, that happens.
Yep, it does.
Unfortunately.
It does.
Uh, One workaround for that, you can get MP3 players for pretty cheap. So you know the things that the kids like, just put on an MP3 player and say this is where you listen to music at. That's
Yep,
what we did. What we did for ours.
that's
But
smart.
um, all right, Rain, Coheed and Cambria, Green Day, Reliant K, brand new. Jeff Williams. Do you know Jeff Williams?
I don't.
I don't either.
That's
Uh,
the only one I'm unfamiliar with.
if any of you watching don't follow Rain, you need to go follow them because just great taste, very interesting opinions. One of my favorite follows on X.
Yep.
Um, yeah, 54,000 minutes listened. That's impressive.
Hmm. I like to see yeah, I found out very recently, like when they first started posting their rap stuff, like how much they were into Coheed.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay,
yeah,
I can dig that.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, Joseph De La Cruz.
Yes. I use Tidal for my listening, but I have Spotify Family for the kids. My Spotify is connected to the Google Home in the kitchen, and this is the result.
uh, I like Annie Wilson.
Yeah, I do too.
Um, her album is probably going to just miss my top 10 of the year.
Same. Same here.
Um, yeah, but good stuff. Toby Mac for King and Country, Brandon Heath. I don't know Joseph Habedank.
Habitank. No, I don't either.
Don't know.
Okay, I do have a fun story. So last night, I guess they just recently put it on streaming, but every year they have the CMA Country Christmas performance, and it's on streaming. It's hosted by Trisha Yearwood and Amy Grant.
Hmm.
And we decided uh, we decided to watch that last night, and my wife has like no context for like m most anyone involved in like Christian music
Okay.
nowadays. And so for King and Country came on, uh, and because it was like CMA Country Christmas, she assumes everyone's like a country band, and they start performing, and my wife's question was, she just watches them for a minute and goes, "Okay, so are they basically country Imagine Dragons?" And I was like, you know what? That's not the worst description of for King and Country I've ever heard. Like that's honestly pretty accurate.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
Yeah,
definitely,
like maybe like a little more like worshipy,
yeah,
but I understand the sentiment.
yeah. Oh, definite Imagine Dragons vibes for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet.
Um, Annie Wilson is actually she's from Lexington, where
Oh,
I'm
really?
I'm from too.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, we've probably like been in the same Walmart or something.
That's funny. I love that.
All right, what's
All right,
next?
let's see here. Rachel.
Rachel, BTS.
Oh,
All
here we
right.
go. We got some K-pop.
Yes.
I assume because I don't understand what any of these things mean.
I know, I guess I don't know how you say it, Jimin, and I know in Hypen. I don't know that I'm saying either of those correct. I don't know J-Hope or RM, but I would assume that they are also K-pop. It's funny, I posted one of our reaction videos in the K-pop Reddit, and
Oh yeah.
I think it was Rachel that was like, "Oh, this is one of my Twitter mutes." Commented in the. I was like, okay, didn't expect to see you here, but cool.
That's funny.
Um, yeah, I'm down with the K-pop.
I know. I know you are. Yeah, I don't know what any of these are except for BTS.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know the music of many of these. I tend to gravitate towards the girl group K-pop. But I did start listening. I found a group called ATs, I guess is how you say it. On found one of their CDs pretty cheap at the bookstore, and it actually does go pretty hard. So I followed them on Spotify, and I'll be listening to some of their stuff.
All right. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna pop up this next one. I gotta pop out for just a second, but
Okay, all right.
yeah. All right. Uh Aaron New. I don't understand how Next Semester ended up on my list. I don't even like that song, but the rest is totally unsurprising.
That's funny. I'm not sure who next semester is by. Um, U2, yeah, that's a classic for sure. King's X, another classic. Classic. Speaking of classic crime. 21 Pilots, and Thrice. That's kind of that's a pretty diverse and unique top five, I would say. Um, 21 Pilots again. I need to keep track of how many 21 Pilots show up on people's lists because that actually might rival Taylor Swift's. I know we've got at least three 21 Pilots that have shown up on lists. Um, Thrice, one of my probably top 20 favorite bands. Um, Bull Takes Fighters. Is that Stavesacre song? I feel like. Okay. While Colin is away, okay, next semester is 21 Pilots. Okay, thank you, 24, Say Ray. Um, all right, that's funny. All right, welcome back, Colin.
All right, thank you. I'm back.
All right. So I'm trying to keep track of how many 21 Pilots we have now, because I think it's going to rival Taylor Swift. I
Yeah,
know
no,
of at
yeah,
least three,
I think
maybe
it
four.
might be tied with Taylor
Okay.
Swift right now.
Yeah, we've got three of each right now. Okay. What's Greg say?
I didn't
Small
listen to
tempo
Spotify a
sandwich
lot, but
meals.
here goes. Also happy a lot of these are still 90s influences 90s influenced. Small Town Poets and Rich Mullins' Lost Dogs, or Terry Taylor and Daniel Amos Don't Get Enough Love.
Mm. Oh, Daniel Amos, so good.
Hmm.
You all should cover them on Church Jams now at some
Okay.
point.
All right.
They're one of the first like alternative like Christian bands, I think. Um, all right, Josiah Queen. I've listened to some of his stuff recently. It's pretty good. Small Time Poets and Rich Mullins, as you said, Greg, holding it down for 90 CCM. Gable Price, I know has a lot of fans on CCM Twitter. Lost Dogs, classic stuff. Very
All
nice.
right. I can dig that.
All right, Kevin White, Top Tracks, Starflyer. There we go. MXPX. Oh, I need to add. Wait, did that MXPX album come out this year or last year?
I think it was last year.
Okay, then that explains why I didn't come
Yeah.
across it when I was doing my 24.
Yeah.
Um,
Caleb, let us know in the chat. Did that come out last year? I think it came out last year.
um,
Like at the end of last year.
it had to be because it feels
Mm.
like just yesterday, but time flies. Um, Lust for Gold, my favorite track probably. Well, I don't know. It's up there. One of my favorites on the new Starflyer album.
I think either 909 or Lust for Gold ended up being my favorite
Okay,
on our Dial M for Martin episode.
very nice. That
Okay.
one is going to make my
Caleb
top
said
10 of the year.
uh, MXPX came out last year.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, Caleb. Um, oh, and confirmed the Bull Takes Fighter Stave Saker. Thank you, Caleb. I know you all just recently covered that EP, I think, on
Hmm.
your show, Caleb. Um, all right. Philip, I don't know if you say your last name Little or Lytle. Um, his son listens to a lot of soundtracks, apparently. John Williams,
John
Benjamin.
Williams being a number one. I love that.
Love to see Benjamin Daniel on the list. I was I I was whittling down trying to get my top 10 songs of the year, and Benjamin Daniel's probably gonna like right now as it stands has two in my top 10, and it broke my
Oh
heart to
wow.
cut the third one. Um,
Oh wow.
and his album will also be in my top 10 of the year, of course.
Nice.
I don't know a whole lot about like soundtracks and things. Like I know these names, but I don't listen
Well,
to a lot. Whiteheart, I know that's your favorite band, Philip. So that's not surprising to see.
yeah, I mean Howard Shore showing up in these top songs. I mean these are all uh Lord of the Rings songs, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see what we got next.
Matt Harling from Lexington, who
Oh.
he probably thinks I live in a half price bookstore because um, he sees me there all the time. So,
That's funny. All right, we got another 21 Pilots.
all right. That's 21 Pilots has taken the lead from Taylor Swift for
I
most
think so.
mentions.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know any
Ghost,
of these other ones.
I know Ghost Atlas. I don't know the other ones. I mean 21 Pilots, of course, and Ghost Atlas. Yeah, I don't know the other three. Michael Passman's. Okay. More stuff that
Nice.
I need to check out, clearly. Nick H. Let's see.
I don't know why. Okay, I don't know what happened. I was able to like click on images and just
Oh,
like
no, you
put
can't.
them, and now I can't.
Huh. That's all right. Well, I can't see all of it, can I?
No, I know. I
I
don't
see
know
most of
what's.
it.
Hold on. Oh, here.
Oh, there you go. All right. Under Oath, Me Without You, Project A6, NF, Lincoln Park. All artists that get plays from me pretty much every year. Uh, Under Oath. Uh, I'm I'm curious, Nick, if you're watching, what you think of the newer Under Oath singles.
Ah,
I'm not a fan, but
no, because they're bad. I
They
I can I'll just say that they're bad. I've had multiple text conversations with Josh Olson about this. They're just bad.
they were great
I
at Furnace Fest. Like the old stuff still
yeah.
rips.
Well, I think they're at this point they're trying to chase the same thing that like Bring Me the Horizon did,
Hmm.
but Bring Me the Horizon did that like now at this point it's been like 10 years that they started that trajectory, and now Under Oath is like also trying to do that, and it feels really like disingenuous. Like it just feels like weird like edgelord
Mm.
stuff. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like especially like the singles and like the feature they had on the Bring Me the Horizon song.
Yeah, that
Like
was a yikes.
and for me, I have no problem with the sentiment and no problem with the language. Uh it just didn't feel real. Like
Yeah,
it felt like they were just like trying to shock everybody.
right.
I'm
That's how
like,
I felt. That's how I felt about everything they've pretty much
yeah,
done
like everything
since
they've
they've come
done,
back.
it's just like ever since Erase Me, like I hate
Yeah,
Erase Me and Beyond. I'm just like,
yeah,
I mean, you guys just like lost the plot
yeah,
hard.
for sure. For sure.
Oh,
Okay,
look at
it's
the top
the
five songs.
We See You Like the Old Under Oath. All right.
That's
There
great.
we
I
go.
love that. That was a really funny reveal.
Yeah, it was.
Um, okay.
All right, Last FM. There we go. I'm a huge Last FM fan. If you don't use Last FM, highly recommend it. Um, okay, 21 Pilots again. All right.
Mhm.
Anne Boleyn, Jars of Clay, My Epic, Need to Breathe, Thrice, Matt Kearney, Forrest Frank. I started listening to some Forrest Frank this year. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
just feel good, rap. It's not like not trying to be edgy or anything. It's got like some a little bit of a gospel feel to it. It's just makes you
Okay,
feel, makes you feel good, feel happy.
nice. Okay.
Um, yeah, all good stuff. My Epic, Thrice, love to see. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Thanks, Josh. All right. Court right. David
Two
Court.
qualifiers. I listen most often when exercising. I lean into sad but powerful songs.
Me too. Um, Typhoon, good stuff.
Okay.
Rolling Stones, interesting. I do not know Another Sky or Divine Fits or Angela Autumn.
Me either.
Do you know any of those?
Nope.
Very cool. Uh, have you listened to Typhoon at all?
I have, yes.
Yeah,
I
they're pretty
can't
good.
name a song, but like I know the
No,
name.
I can't either. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
All right, Jared Fries. Me Without You, Five Iron. Should, maybe we should have kept track of Fire and Frenzy too,
Yeah.
which makes sense considering they won the first CCM tournament.
Yep.
Drug Church, Showbread, Hotel Year, Foxing. Did you listen to the new Foxing album?
I did. I did.
How do you
Because
feel about it? Yes.
everyone on Twitter was like blowing up my timeline about it. They're like the day it came out, everyone was like, "This is the best album that's ever been released." Uh,
Yeah,
and I don't know. I was a little underwhelmed, but
I was
I'm
too.
not a huge Foxing fan in general. Like,
No.
so I saw them live open up for Brand New back like maybe like 8 years ago. Um, yeah, and I just got like such heavy Brand New vibes, like
Hmm.
especially like Daisy era Brand New.
Hmm.
I was like, man, now I just want to listen to Brand New.
Yeah.
Like it's good. It just
It's good.
it didn't hit me the way it seemed to hit everyone else on my Twitter timeline.
Same. 100% agree. Shai
Yeah.
Hulud, love to see the Shai Hulud here. One of my
Yeah.
favorite hardcore bands. Jimmy Eat World, some more Under Oath, Thrice. Maylene, your favorite, your
Maylene.
old favorite.
Ah, love to see Maylene representation.
Were they like your favorite band, like at one point,
For
or they were
like
just your influence on your
for a
band?
while, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was mostly like Maylene may have been like if they had Spotify Wrapped in like 2010, 2011, I think Maylene would have been my top on both of those years.
Okay, cool. Caleb said that's two times Fire and Frenzy has been listed, and Jared is from the A Pickle Home Companion podcast.
Mm.
Sorry, Jared, I don't know that podcast, but I'll have to check it out. Good stuff. Some
Sweet.
newer emo
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
All right, Israel, another 21
Another
Pilots.
21 Pilots.
Wow, they are gonna blow Taylor Swift out of the water apparently.
I think
The
so. The
Beths,
Beths,
one of my
nice.
good friends, listen to them. Vampire Weekend, Flaming Lips,
I know.
Wolfpack. That's a new one for me.
Oh, wait. You don't know Wolfpack?
No.
Oh, brother. Okay. You got to take some time out to listen to Wolfpack.
Okay, I'll write that
But
one down.
but not only listen to Wolfpack, like I know you're a big YouTube guy. Go
Yeah.
watch live videos
Okay.
of Wolfpack.
Okay.
They're like I don't even know how to describe them, like kind of like a funk band, but their bassist, Joe Dart, may be one of the greatest living bassists of all time. Like,
Oh wow.
even if you go into YouTube, either type in Wolfpack or just Joe Dart and just watch everything that comes up. It's
Okay.
absolutely incredible. It's so
Okay.
good.
I wrote it down. I'll
But
definitely do
but
that.
they got some notoriety a few years ago. Because they're like a small band
Hmm.
and uh, you know, Spotify doesn't pay artists much at all. But I mean, this is probably about like 5 or 6 years ago. They released an entire album that's just silence
Oh.
and told all of their fans to just put it on when they go to sleep and boosted their Spotify numbers to
Oh my.
like actually get like decent payouts, which is like really funny. But beyond that, every single person in that band is like one of the best musicians I've ever heard. So
Interesting.
yeah, no, they're like they're guys that like want to have a good time, just play really fun music. So
Okay.
definitely check them out.
Definitely will. Interesting. All right. All right. Birds Board Games BCPP. This is Michael, who is from Lexington as well. What's up?
Nice.
My Epic. Nice. I didn't know you were a big
Yeah.
fan. Valley of Doves. Okay. He goes to Furnace Fest every year, and he told me you need to go check out Valley of Doves because they were playing, and I didn't know them, and I did. They're really good. Like
Yeah. What kind of
tooth and
music is it?
tooth and nail, or somebody needs to get on. It's so the dude, the singer has like a great voice, but it's like almost kind of, I would say maybe Circus Survive esque. Um,
Okay.
maybe a little bit heavier, maybe a little
Okay.
bit more post hardcore in there,
I can dig
but
that.
really good stuff. Definitely looking forward to more from them. They need to be signed. Um, Showbread, Lightworker, Idle
Okay.
Threat were great at Furnace Fest 2, and I saw one of their members in the Furnace Fest community Facebook group lobbying for following up to be at Furnace Fest next year. So
Nice.
I did
So instant. Yeah.
that combined with seeing them at Furnace Fest this year. I went and bought their album on Amazon that night.
Nice.
So if you want me to buy your music, just say you like following up.
That's great. Um, Lightworker on here
Oh
is
yeah,
pretty
y'all.
cool. We just released our episode on Church Names Now,
Yeah.
where we interviewed two of the guys from that band. That was a really great episode, and that was an album. I'm not like allergic to heavy music now, but like I'm a little wary of it now. It
Yeah,
all kind of sounds the same, but the
I'm with you.
new Lightworker record was like really good. Yeah, it was a
I'll have to check
yeah,
that out.
it was a big surprise for me.
I think I listened to their previous one and I liked it
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, the new one's really good.
Okay. I will look into that. Right. Okay,
Oh, here's
there's George who we cut off his he cut off his number one. I won't say it again. All right. AC/DC. Okay. Top 2% of AC/DC listeners.
wow.
That's impressive.
Hmm.
Wolves at the Gate, Thousand Foot Crutch, Demon Hunter, Red. Okay. Uh, Wolves at the Gate, like I think their next album's going to be big because I feel
Yeah,
like they're
they've got
growing
like
their
a
fandom constantly.
groundswell. That's another one that's like super weird for me because like I know those guys. Like I went to high
Oh, really?
school. I went to middle school with their drummer Abishai. Yeah, we had him on Church James Now, and I remember when like most of those guys were in a band called the called Overseer,
Oh, yeah.
and so like
Yeah.
they were just like a local band,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they got massive, and I'm like, wait, what? What? Like I'm pretty sure like I dissected a pig with one of these guys like when I was like yeah, it's super weird, but it's cool. No, they're really good.
That, do you know the band Emarosa?
Yes.
They're from Lexington and
Oh, really?
yeah, they were kind of like that. They weren't like one of the more respected bands in the local scene.
Right.
And they were called, what was it, like Corsets for Caskets or something before they changed their name to Emarosa.
That's
And
so
like
funny.
it's like they just shot up from not even being one of the bigger bands here to being like one of the biggest bands in the world. It was wild.
Oh, that's so funny. I love that.
All right, thanks, George. A. Hodges, Sandra McCracken, good stuff. Gray Havens, Plum. Poor Bishop Hooper, I've heard of. I've not listened to. I probably should. Looks like you're pretty into like folky kind of stuff, which is good. Although Plum's not doesn't really fit into
Yeah.
that. Um, it's hard for me to recognize a lot of the songs unless it's like one of my favorite artists.
Right. Yeah. Same.
I don't know Mission House either.
I don't either.
Okay.
But good list. I
Yeah.
like it. Oh, here we go.
There's another five iron. Um, Sixpence, John Foreman, Stray Kids, Porter's Gate. Um, okay, so I know Your Love Is Strong. That is a Switchfoot song. Uh,
Mm.
Chick Chick Boom. That is not the Saliva song, which is Click Click Boom.
Yeah. It's a little bit
uh,
different.
all right, Caleb's keeping track of five iron, so he says
Okay.
that's three.
Thank you, Caleb.
Okay. Um,
Caleb, what are you doing watching this? Don't you have like 8 podcasts to edit? What are you doing? All
all
right.
right, Megan Finnerty, Amy Grant.
Amy Grant.
So this is a pretty good 90s female vocalist list. I love
Yeah.
Out of the Gray. Very underrated.
Yeah. I don't know
Caleb
that.
Caleb said I can do both. You don't know Out of the Gray? You all need to cover Out of the Gray at some point. Um,
Okay.
it's I think it's a husband and wife, and the husband, plays. He's a really good guitar player. Like he did an album with Phil Keaggy at one point. Um, and she has a really good voice.
Wait,
I mean, it's 90s pop rock, but I think it's
right.
pretty good.
Okay. Love that.
All right, Paul Nelson. He blames my Stephen Curtis Chapman tournament for Stephen Curtis. So sorry, not sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon again. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Alex
Where's
Melton.
Frank?
I like him a lot. He's cool.
Okay, you know him?
I
I
know
don't
him
think I do.
from like TikTok and stuff. He's a guy that like he'll do like pop punk covers of famous songs in a bunch of different genres. But he's got a series on different social media platforms where it's like how you can tell your worship leader grew up as an emo kid. And it's
Oh
just
yeah.
it's like worship songs and then it goes
Yeah.
into like pop punk bridges and stuff. Yeah, no,
Okay.
he's yeah.
I think people have sent me some of his stuff, I think.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Okay. Cool. Uh yeah, interesting stuff, interesting list. All right. David, I don't know any of these. Oh, well, I know Plank Eye and Half
Blank
Alive.
Eye,
I know the name Andy Grammer.
Andy Grammer,
I
yeah.
haven't listened to much of any of his.
I don't know
Uh,
Half Alive at all, but I know I've seen this album art pop up in my timeline a lot recently.
I know they have like a pretty strong fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah, people get really into them, I feel like.
Okay.
Uh, Surfaces sounds familiar, but
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right, Russ Golden.
Oh, Caleb, look, someone was able to do YouTube music.
Caleb, he was too busy editing his podcast
That's
to take
true.
the time to
That's true.
figure out how to do that.
I'm sorry I'm giving you a hard time. It's just you're one of the only people interacting in the chat. So,
Yeah, we love you, Caleb.
okay, someone said Services
Oh,
is the
okay.
group Forrest Frank is from.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I did
Okay.
listen to one of their biggest song or whatever because I saw that it had like a billion plays. I
Oh,
was
wow.
like, oh, so that's kind of. I try to listen to all the songs that have a billion plays. I know that's
Oh, yeah.
kind of hard to keep up with, but okay. Demon Hunter, Skillet, Manifest, POD, and Red. Very into like hard rock stuff. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Manifest. He has this thing on his social media where you get a free CD
Oh, cool.
and but then you have to pay shipping, which is like more than I want to pay for a free CD.
Right.
So uh, he's a hustler. I'll say that. Manifest is a
Okay.
hustler,
All right.
not in a bad way. Like
Right. Yeah, yeah. He's
yeah,
just
he's
hustling.
out there hustling because yeah, he reminds you that you did not follow through with getting the free CD.
That's funny.
Demon Hunter's good stuff. Right, Andrew D. Following up, number two, very nice Circadian, one of my favorite songs. North Star, is that the My Epic new track? North Star. That was
I
in
think
my
so. Yeah.
also in my contention for favorite songs top 10 list. Reliant K, Norma Jean, great stuff. Project A6.
I've heard of them.
You've heard of the Project A6
I think so.
from
Yeah,
Josh?
it sounds familiar. No,
You might you might like their album Drawing Black Lines, Kylan.
I might. We'll see. I don't know, man.
You're lucky that just missed my list of ones to cover
You know
on
what?
my show.
It might be fun to revisit it.
Okay.
Is
You need
yeah.
to be outnumbered. We need to have somebody else on who loves that album and
Hey, if you have Josh on, I'm just gonna like bow to the social pressure. And if both of you guys because at least like on Church Jams Now, I had TJ, and we were both just like, I don't know,
Right.
this is weird. But if I have two people that are like, no, listen, this is really good, I'll be like, okay, fine, I want to be accepted by the group. This is great.
I
And
feel
then I
like
might,
Josh wasn't even defending it too hard
no,
though.
I know. But we asked the fans, what Project 86 album should we cover? And they picked that one.
It's the best one.
Well, okay.
All
Let's move on.
right. Hey, if you're watching and you haven't followed the channel, my channel, please do that.
Yeah,
It helps like to get us eventually in the place where maybe we can get paid for doing this. Like, and all you gotta do is click follow, and
yeah,
that would be a big help. So appreciate that. Um,
do it.
all right. Karate Warrior, Further Seems Forever, one of my favorites.
Mhm.
Might be my favorite live band. I love seeing them at Furnace Fest. Uh, c- 3 times over the last 4 years, I think. Like,
Nice.
so good. POD, Vengeance Rising, Striper. There's some of um the 80s bands. I think Vengeance
Yep.
Rising was 80s. Striper, To Hell with the Devil is a jam. That's
Well,
one.
except for the drums. And
Uh,
if you listen
oh,
to
you
Church
don't
Jams
like that
Now,
little drum
Volume
fill?
14, I think it's one of our earlier episodes. And I think I drank a little too much wine on that episode.
I
But
think I did listen to that one. I think
what
that song is amazing.
mm,
I
yeah,
don't know
well,
Annie Skeptic though.
I don't
Sorry.
either. I don't either. But okay, to go back to Striper, I do have a Striper cassette tape, and I do have
Oh,
Striper. I do have a vinyl. Someone was selling them on Facebook Marketplace for like $10 for both of them,
oh,
and I was like, yeah,
that's a
I'll come pick
steal.
those up.
That's a steal.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
don't know anti-skeptic either.
He's actually in the chat and says they're Australian Christian pop punk.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna write that
I
down
can dig that.
and I'm gonna check them out.
Nice.
Thank you, Karate Warrior. Um, all right. Bill Powell. Bill, I did not peg you for a jelly roll
But
and
Shelly,
boozy guy,
I didn't either,
but okay. Hey,
but I
nothing,
love
nothing
it.
wrong, nothing wrong with that. Need to Breathe, Zach Williams, Post Malone, who we have talked about his country album. Me and Kylan, I think we both like it to some degree. Is it going to make your top 10?
Eric, can I tell you something crazy?
Yeah.
It's my number two album of the year.
Really?
It's my number two. It really
Wow.
is. I know. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want it to be. I so don't want it to be, but it is.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
is.
nothing you can do about it. I had some help is on my playlist that I posted today of my favorite songs of the year.
I do have an alternate track list because like part of my you know, the thing we were talking about earlier, like so many modern albums, especially like in the streaming age, are just like too many songs.
Yeah.
Um, I have an alternate track list that cuts it down from 18 songs to 12 songs, and I restructure it a little bit, and I think that it makes it a good listen.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking like one of my first thoughts was like if this was 10 tracks, you know, I
Yeah.
could do more, no more with that,
Uh,
but
but
it's too
but
long.
did you listen to any of the songs on the second
I
quote
didn't
unquote
listen.
disc?
I
Okay,
didn't.
they're good. There are no features, but he leans even more into the country thing
Oh,
in
really?
going forward. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
I
it's
did see
good.
that he was on Dwight Yoakam's new album. So
Oh yeah.
I need to check that out. I like Dwight
Mm,
Yoakam.
me too.
All right.
All right. Hey,
Cincinnati Lou. Yeah.
how many more of these?
I don't know how many are there.
You're
I
you're
don't want you to have to
you're
stay up too late.
you're so popular on Twitter, man.
Yeah.
All right, one, two, three, four. We got
All
a
right,
lot. All right, let's
let's
go.
go through them. Let's go quick.
Let's
Okay.
just do it. All right, come on.
All right. All right. The Wonder Gears, No effects. All right, this is some good punk stuff.
I was gonna say this is like the most pop punk
Yeah.
that we've had so far.
Alkaline Trio. I love their album with Time to Burn on it. That's a good album. All right. We'll go quick through them, Kylan. So I'll just
Oh
say
yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
no
lines.
worries. All right,
All right. David
David,
Winigar, Charles
Charles
Clay,
Clay.
Newsboys, Morgan Wallen with kind of surprise appearance there in the top five,
Hmm.
I think.
What's
NF.
Circle of Dust?
Circle
I
of
don't know
Dust
that.
is like a industrial artist, like from the late 80s, early 90s, like a Christian artist. Um, Still making music under, I think, under a different name now. I can't remember off the top of my head what it
Okay,
is. It's good stuff though. Like if
interesting.
you like industrial music,
Oh,
really good.
that's cool.
All right,
All
Barry
right,
Scott
wait.
Will. Apologetics, nice.
Apologetics at number
Nice.
one. I love that.
I bet
That's a good,
the kids are probably
for
into
sure,
that.
100%.
And Weird
I've
Al. Okay.
I've been pushing for an apologetics episode of Church James Now for a while.
That would be cool.
Uh oh yeah, apologetics and Weird Al and oh yeah, no, this is a man who has fully let his children control Spotify, which I understand fully.
Yeah. It's pretty good stuff though. It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad thing. It just
Right.
like I get it.
Yeah. All right,
Well,
Grace,
21 Pilots.
21 Pilots. All right. Uh, Matt Kearney. Uh, the yeah, Matt Kearney's Nothing Left to Lose album. Really solid.
It is really good.
Good stuff.
Um, wait, is Nothing Left to Lose? Is that the one? Hold on. Let me look that up. What year did
That's
that come out?
that was like 2005, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's one I remember the most. Did he come out with something new this year? Oh, he
He may
did.
have. Did
Yeah,
he?
he came out with a self-titled. Okay. All right. I guess I got more to listen to finalize my list.
All
All
right.
right.
Aiden
Aiden?
Little. Are you related to Philip, I wonder? Um,
Maybe based on the Howard Shore and Hans Zimmer.
yeah, must be. There is a lot of soundtracks getting played there. Need to Breathe, Andrew
Aiden,
Peterson.
why are you using your dad's Spotify? You got your own apparently.
That's funny. Andrew Peterson, who I saw live last year. Great stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I got to actually attend a seminar that he taught at a local college too.
Oh,
That
cool.
one of the music professors at Asbury follows me on Twitter and saw that I was at the show and said, "Hey, you want to come to his seminar that he's giving to the worship students or whatever?" So
Oh, that's very
I
cool.
got to be on a fly and get to be a fly on the wall on that. That was fun.
That's awesome.
All right, Chris, top songs: Lloyd Hart, White Cross, Adam Ginn, Royal Royal. Okay, some like classic,
Mhm.
mostly 90s, I think. Um, okay, Switchfoot, Skillet, POD, Newsboys, Reliant K, all um,
Classics.
classics, well established
Hmm.
juggernauts of Christian music.
That's true. All
All right,
right.
Brian Franklin. I know I've heard of Ludwig van Beethoven. I think I've heard that name somewhere. Wasn't that a dog in a
Yeah,
movie?
yeah, I think so. Oh my gosh, I love the Beethoven movies. That's really fun that that's someone's like number five.
Yeah, it is. Ben Rector and Arcadian Wild, what I've heard are
Ben
pretty good
Rector.
stuff. I don't know
I
the
like Ben
top
Rector a
of
lot.
the
So
first two.
Ben Rector was another like kind of local guy for me that like I opened for a lot back in the day.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
You know them
yeah,
all.
I know. I'm like weird indie rock, Christian indie rock Forrest Gump.
Caleb just commented on he's apparently moved to X and said the Project A6 conversations made me laugh out loud. My wife was confused.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's funny.
okay, what we got
All right,
next?
what else we got? We got Andrew,
Wolves at the Gate again. Magic Dragons, Linkin
Demon
Park, Demon Hunter,
Hunter,
Disciple.
Mormon for King and Country, Wolves at the Gate, Lincoln Park.
Yeah,
That's
good.
good.
Some good hard rock
Yeah.
stuff there. I don't have a whole lot to say about that. Good
No, I don't
stuff.
either. Oh,
Uh,
Red is showing up a lot more than I
Scott,
anticipated.
yeah, a lot of red. Scott, who loves blueberries. And I will always remember that about Scott because I love blueberries as well. We mentioned that on the show the other night.
Yeah.
Um, Jars of Clay, Citizens, more wolves at the gate. Oh my goodness. I wish I'd known to
Yeah,
keep track
I
because I
know.
think they have
They're,
passed Taylor Swift now. I do know that
I
much.
think so. Yeah, I was fully anticipating a lot more Taylor Swift.
Yeah. She started off strong. Sorry, Taylor. Beyonce did just beat her as the best artist of the last 25 years, according to Billboard, too, which
That's wild.
I don't know about that one. Okay. All right. Tops were all Taylor Swift. There we go. Thank you, Shanna.
Vampire popping CCM.
What?
I have no response to that.
That
Let's move
is very weird. Huh.
on.
All right. Robster, here you go. All
Oh,
right.
21
21
Pilots. Here we go.
Pilots.
And
I think,
Five Iron Frenzy.
oh, wow. Okay. I think they're going to be. Caleb said the blueberries comment made him laugh, made his wife laugh out loud. What's up, Caleb's wife? Your husband is the man.
Yep. Once again, we do this on Church Names Now all the time. Let's take a moment to shout out to Cool Wives. That's the only
Cool
reason we're
wives.
here.
Yeah. Thank you, cool wives, for sure. Um, Set It Off. Did I know there was an artist named Set It Off? I know there's a
I don't
Thousand
know.
Foot Crutch album called Set It Off.
That's true. I don't think
Okay.
it's that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like another pop punk kind of band.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Angela, what does she got?
KB. KB is one of my favorite rappers.
He's
Andy
good.
Mineo, another really good one. Bach. We're getting some classical ones here deep in the list.
Johann Sebastian Bach. Isn't he the lead singer of Skid Row?
uh
And Yo-Yo Ma. I love
yeah.
this.
Uh when COVID first happened, Sebastian Bach, since you mentioned him, was on Twitter. Uh I don't know, something he said was going viral, and I made a comment about something my mom said. He said, "Tell your mom she's misinformed." It's like, okay, yes, sir.
That's so funny. I love that.
A lot of Christian rap and then classical.
And
Cool
then
stuff.
classical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like a good vibe.
Yeah.
Here we go.
More
More
21
20, but
Pilots. Yes.
also more Taylor Swift and
Oh,
more
oh,
Judah and the Lion.
okay. Neck deep. All right. Olivia Rodrigo. I know she's a big Olivia fan. She is Lyric Fiend is one of the people who I can relate to with being like goes hardcore for her favorite bands. Like I respect that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet. Okay. Neil.
Our family shares our Amazon Music account. I have 3 daughters, so I've never heard some of these artists. I did make the list somewhere down in the 30s with Petra, Jekyll, and Hyde. The struggle is real for parents.
Yep.
Caleb says, "Shout out Bach."
Shout out Block.
uh, yeah, Jonas Brothers. Okay, Alan
I know
Walker.
them.
Alan Walker's kind of one of these viral artists these days, I
Okay.
think. I don't know
I don't
Conan
know
Gray.
Conan Gray at
I don't
all,
either.
but
Same.
we're also
We're,
middle-aged men
yeah.
who tend to focus on Christian artists from the 90s.
Right.
So,
True. All right.
All right, Jason, what do you
Jason
got for us,
Ventura.
Jason?
All right.
All right,
For King and Country, I can't tell what that second one says.
Panny,
I don't know that one.
Paehne.
Okay. That's a new one for me. Nickel Creek.
Mm,
Uh,
so good.
love Nickel Creek. Cindy
Me too.
Morgan. Very good.
Hey, is Nickel Creek on any of your lists? Because I could talk about Nickel Creek like all day.
Um, uh, they they are on my top 250 albums list,
Okay,
I think, but I don't think they're going to make the top 100. But I do love that first album especially.
it's so good. It's so
Yeah,
good.
we can. I mean, if we keep doing
It's
for
just
the show for a while, I'm
yeah,
sure we'll get around to
yeah,
talking about Nickel
yeah,
Creek at some point.
yeah. We'll put a pin in it.
Yeah,
All right, perfect.
is that it?
Okay, I think
Oh,
so.
is it? It says replay from the beginning. I don't know if that means that's it or not.
No, I don't know. I don't know if that was just like a weird screenshot.
Oh, okay.
That might have been part of the screenshot. I don't know. All right, here's an ad, guys. This episode brought to you by Hollydale Music. All right, let's move on.
Oh, hold on, we missed one that
Uh,
said Taylor Swift up there.
let's
Becky
get in this
Laszlo.
here.
Taylor Swift was her third most popular artist. Did not willingly listen to Never Gonna Give You Up dozens of times. Uh, we have another. What's with the Pixie Christian
I don't know, man. That's
thing?
really weird.
Uh, Hannah listened to From Zero constantly, but so late in the year it's not in her recap. Interesting.
Okay. All right, we got Stetson McElhaney.
Okay. Well, I don't know electric. Oh yeah, I do. Did they? No. Sorry, their name is similar to somebody who I think played at Furnace Fest, but I don't
Uh,
think that's who it was.
Callus Dowboys.
Cowboys,
That,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was at
Yeah.
first.
Okay, yeah, I don't know Electric Callboy.
Um, Ghost. I think I know. Is
I
that
know
like
Ghost.
is that
Yeah.
like instrumental like prog metal or am I thinking of something
No,
else?
he's like kind of a like a dark, like almost Marilyn Manson type uh
Okay.
kind of thing, but maybe a little more new wave
Okay.
inspired, I think.
Cool.
Um
Gross. Uh,
um all right, the Ataris,
Atari,
MXPX.
Phoenix, Noah Gunderson. I know that.
Okay. Yeah, cool stuff.
Okay.
I wouldn't have expected to see Ghost in a list with Ataris and MXPX, but cool.
Yeah. I love finding out that everyone is a multifaceted cinnamon roll of a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got
Another
more
21 Pilots.
21
All
Pilots.
right. Galia Taylor.
Galia Taylor.
Love her.
Me
Luxury.
too.
That album is good.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, did Luxury come out with a new album this
yeah,
year?
they did. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah.
Um, but I do like Luxury a lot. They're like one of those bands. Okay, so like Luxury falls in the same category for me as like the format,
Mm,
where they're a band that I love that I always just like forget about.
yeah.
Like I never include them on any list. I'm never like, yes, this is one of my favorites, but the second I start listening to them, I'm like, well, yeah, this is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw them at Furnace Fest a couple years ago too. Really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Troy Vander Mullen. Land of Color. Judah. I guess Judah is different from Judah and the Lion, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
There's no lion. So,
There's no lion in this Judah. Okay. Need to Breathe. Gable Price. Another Gable Price. Cool. Good stuff. A lot of bands that
yeah.
I am not all that familiar with. Like I know Need to Breathe. Um,
Right.
but yeah, cool. Um, Judo JD is here. Said that M plus Mads are a alt pop trio, sister and brother on vocals with their friend from church on production. They rule. I
Oh, cool.
will. I will write that down and check them out. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Thrice's
this
top
is
100 listeners. That's
top
impressive.
100. Wow.
And
Top
Zayo.
1,000 of Zayo. Top 500 of Poison the Well. All right. I
Okay.
see you. I dig
I
that.
see. I see you, name. All right.
All right.
Harco. Ren Collective
And
again.
Collective.
Nice.
Heard of them.
Yep. Drew Holcomb. Crowder, Need to Breathe. Jeremy Camp. I think,
Is
yeah. Go
is
ahead.
Jeremy Camp like still doing stuff?
Yeah, he put out a new album this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, somebody told me it was really good. I checked it out. I mean, it's solid. Um,
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
still at it. Um, I feel like Harco has a type here.
Yep. For sure.
Kind of,
Kind of
rootsy.
folksy
Yeah, folksy.
worship.
Yep, nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
All right.
I like amateur racing fan. No, my family used my hot feature.
That's funny. Uh, Court, let's see, 21 Pilots. Another, I think they've won at this point. Uh, Wonder Years, good stuff. I know AJ saw them recently.
Molgoth humming pop punk phase. Okay.
Okay.
21 Pilots, top
Yep.
artist. Oh, here we go. 21 Pilots, Wonder Years, Death Cab, My Chemical Romance, Aaron West, and the Roaring Twenties.
Our
Oh,
first Death Cab and My Chem
yeah.
on here. Surprising.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I think we're nearing the bottom of the
Are we
list.
nearing it? Okay. All right.
Oh my
Joshua.
God. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't. What is that?
Uh, aren't these like these are the weird Costco guys on TikTok?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know them.
Oh, thank
I
God.
don't. I don't do much TikTok.
Okay, well, let's keep it at that. Let's just move on
Okay.
because for your sanity, I'm telling you as a friend, we're just gonna move on.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Gray-haired gamer. I do not know your top two. I know Switchfoot, Jim Brickman, and
Yeah.
Toby Mac though.
Yeah.
Jim
Love
Brickman
that.
had a song with Michael W. Smith that I really
Nice.
liked in the 90s. Yeah.
Well, they said mostly video game soundtracks.
Oh, okay.
Um,
There we go. That
okay.
makes sense. I should actually start reading.
Yeah. All right, we got
There's
more
another
five
there's
iron.
another 5 iron.
Oh,
Uh
Lacey Sturm. Okay.
Good stuff. Mute Math. I'm
And the Cypher
surprised this
Dog.
is the first Mute Math we've seen
Yeah.
because they get a lot of love on the X. So good stuff.
Okay. All right.
All right.
This year was about Furnace Fest prep. And my son's
Yep.
blossoming Pokemon.
Yep. I hang out with him every year at Furnace Fest. Good times.
Nice.
Uh,
I
all
like seeing
summer.
68 on here. I like
Yeah.
68 a lot.
Yeah. Pokemon
Okay.
theme. Okay. Under Oath.
That's so
Yep.
funny.
Definite Furnace Fest prep.
Plus Pokemon.
Plus Pokemon. All right. Elizer Eli. I don't know Spanish, but I'm guessing that's your top artist.
Right. I
Michael
think we
W.
can figure it out from context.
Michael W. Smith, who we will be covering on my show. We'll be covering the Live the Life album. Cindy Morgan, Striper, Rhett Walker, Cray. I don't know Cray. I don't
I don't
think.
either.
Okay.
Okay. Sweet.
Ribeiro, My Epic. Yes.
Dustin
Dustin
Kensrue.
Kensrue, Need to Breathe,
Love
Celtic.
Dustin Kensrue.
Tiger Wine, they put out a really good album this year.
Oh yeah.
I was going to buy it, but it's not on CD, and like it really breaks my heart because I just can't afford to spend $35 on every album I like on to get it on
Right.
vinyl. So
Yeah.
bummer, but it's a really good album. If you like post-hardcore, you need to listen to that.
Okay.
Not you necessarily, Kylan, but just anybody
Well,
listening.
you know what? I'll take the feedback. That's fine. All right. Sorry, who is this? I missed Steve.
Steve Walters, okay. Toby Mac, Need to Breathe, Newsboys, Stephen Curtis Chapman, TC Talk. That's more of the absolute CCM classics right
Mhm.
there. Judo JD says 68 into Under Oath into Pokemon is so me. I'm not alone. LOL. It's funny. Uh, Caleb said, less me without you than I was expecting. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
That is a good point. And they actually released a live album just recently, so
right.
maybe with more time that being
Maybe
out,
it
maybe
was
they would have
like
made more.
too recent. I don't
Yeah,
know.
could have been. All
All
right,
right, we got more
Jonathan
T Swift.
or T Swift. All right. August Burns Red, good stuff. Pure. I don't know if you how you say it. Do you say it Purist?
I think so.
They're good.
It's like
I like their stuff.
Churches.
Yes,
Churches.
similar sounding too.
Yeah.
But good stuff.
Uh,
Halsey,
have you listened to the new Halsey album that
I
came
haven't.
out?
Have you?
I have. It's interesting.
Okay.
Her whole thing is like every song she's like attempting to uh ape the style of like a different pop icon. So she's
Okay.
got like a David Bowie song, a Fleetwood Mac style song. It's interesting. I don't think all of it works, but like as an artistic idea, I really like it.
Okay.
Like
Huh.
it's not going to make my top 10, but it's like as a music fan, it's an interesting listen that
Okay.
I would recommend for everybody.
In defense of Halsey, new podcast coming
Yeah.
soon
Oh
from
yeah.
Kylan Savage.
We'll see. You know what? She was great in the horror movie Maxine, but that's a whole other
Oh, okay.
conversation.
Hovering Ladle says, I was trying to learn all of Fall Out Boy's back catalog for their concerts since they were doing different random old songs at every show. And then I listened to get energized at work. So I think that's the
Smart.
person who had 14,000 minutes
Oh
of
yeah.
Fall Out Boy listens. That's funny.
Nice. All right.
Hamster Combat. All right. Blink 182, Reliant K, Cobra Doug. I think 95 Corolla. I think that's his band.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Oh,
think.
okay. That's
Maybe.
sweet. I
Maybe
like that
not.
band a lot.
Maybe it's Cobra Doug. I don't know. It's
Okay.
one of those two, I think.
Sweet.
Uh
Paramore.
Paramore.
Definitely
Nice.
someone that likes pop punk.
Yep.
All right, Daniel. 21 Pilots. Here we
Wow.
go.
All right. I, I'm guessing 21 Pilots are going to get a lot of votes in the CCM Twitter year-end album
I think
competition
so.
thing.
Yep.
Um, NF, who won it last year, also on here. Stephen Curtis Chapman. Hopefully you enjoyed the Stephen Curtis Chapman tournament.
Yep.
All right. John McCullough. September was your rainy day theremin CCM moment.
I like it.
Nice.
There's no pixie involved. Theremin instead. That's a very
That's
different vibe.
that is funny. Uh, Rob Gilliland. Sidewalk Prophets, Servant, Petra, Allies, Steve Camp. So got some classics on
Oh
there.
wow, Steve Camp. Okay.
The Sidewalk Prophets are a newer one. After the first CCM tournament, they said, "Why weren't we in it?" or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
all right, Andy
Okay.
Treese, the Gettys. Some of my wife's favorites are the Gettys. Stephen Chris Chapman, Fernando Ortega, U2, Switchfoot.
Nice. Some
Good stuff.
classic.
I made a joke. I made an Amy Grant joke, and Fernando Ortega didn't realize it was a joke, and I think he
Oh no.
confronted me
Oh
about
no.
about it. He said Amy Grant would never say something like that or something. So sorry, it was supposed to be a joke. All right, Rev G. Mark James, Striper, Demon Hunter, Supertones, Saint, Son of Korah. Saint is another like classic rock band.
Yeah.
Uh, Good stuff. Good hard
Okay.
rocking stuff there.
Yeah. Love some hard rock.
All right, Jeremy, Judah and the Lion,
Judah and the Lion again. All right. And Ben
uh,
Rector.
and 21 Pilots. Did we say that? Yep.
Yeah.
And Switchfoot. All right, good stuff. Hovering Ladle says Rogue Valley and Cactus Blossoms are local, but have been featured in movies and TV. They could tour cohesively with Blind Pilot. All three have put out a new album within the last 18 months. Cool.
Okay. Sweet.
Love to check out some
Um,
local bands.
one of my favorite things about Blind Pilot. So they're a band that I really love. They did a tour. I mean, this was maybe like 2012, something like that. They did an entire Pacific Northwest tour by canoe.
That's
So
wild.
yeah, so they found cities all along. I don't remember. It may have been the Deschutes River. And they packed all of their stuff in canoes
Oh
and went
my.
and canoed to each city.
That sounds
It's
miserable.
It really does, but I love like that kind of bit for a
Yeah.
band. Like
Yeah.
that's just like I'm like, yeah, okay, you're my new
Yeah.
favorite band. Thank you for doing that.
Kind of like the Me Without You traveling in their van that
Yes,
runs on vegetable
on
oil.
bed. Yes, exactly.
All right. Kate Christian, KB again. All right.
And
Alert.
KJ5 too.
Yeah,
Okay.
KJ5 too. Yes. Very good. Hip
I don't
hop.
know Alert 312, but I
I know
assume
the name.
between KB and KJ52, I assume it's
I think so.
similar.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Woo. Sorry, past my bedtime.
No, you're good. We're almost
Uh,
done.
Logan Corkins. All right. Thomas Rhett.
T
Taylor
Swift.
Swift. All right. I think she's lost at this point, but Switchfoot, Ben Rector again, Lawrence. I don't I didn't know anyone just went by Lawrence. Okay.
Mm,
That's interesting choice in the internet age. Cool stuff.
okay, hold on. I
Uh
think we have more stuff in the chat.
Judo
Someone.
JD. I think I've read all the others, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
Judo JD, a someone with Alert 312. They have one of my favorite Christian hip hop albums of the year. So you were right. They
Yeah.
do fit in there with KB and KJ.
Oh, here we go. Here's another alert
Oh wow.
312.
Okay. They're everywhere all of a sudden.
Are they gonna be like the dark horse of this? They're gonna like the last 10 posts are just gonna be alert
May-
312, and it's like, oh,
Maybe.
this is everyone's favorite artist of the year.
Maybe so. I guess I should check them out. KJ52 and KB, all three also on this list, plus Lecrae.
Plus Lecrae.
Mortal is an interesting one to have in that top five. Okay.
Mm. All right. I think we're nearing the end.
All right. What is that? Music me hoi min oi. Okay. Super Heaven. Juju. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Juju.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Hey, I'm leave this one to you. Give me just a second.
okay. Okay, we got Jordy Jordy Greep. Okay, I've been hearing that his albums are getting a lot of acclaim, so I should check that out. So I'll have to do that. Juju, they have a song on my top 100 or my top songs of the year. Super Heaven is a band that plays a style of music that I would probably like if I gave them some more listens. So probably need to do that. I don't know Lewis Cole or Jules Buckley or Michelle. I don't know a lot of these. A lot for me to check out, I suppose. Um, Thanks everybody for watching. I know we still got a few more left, but just wanted to say thanks. If you enjoy it, click the thumbs up or whatever that's on there, and we'll try and do some more of these at some point. Sorry about all the trouble getting it going. Um, we're figuring this stuff out as we go. Thankfully, if Kylan
Yeah,
wasn't here, like I said, this probably would have been a disaster or wouldn't have happened. So, thanks, God.
no
All
problem.
right.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Joey
Joey
just
Bolus, you listen to.
listen to 500 artists.
Nice. Good
Okay,
job.
cool.
Good job,
Love that.
Joey. Yeah. Uh, Bracken Cabell, Fourth Angel. I do not know them. Red,
Okay, but
Thousand Foot
like
Crutch.
Red and TFK are showing up a lot more than I anticipated.
TFK is one of those, like, every time I do a tournament, I'm like, wow, they really still get like 3 million
Yeah.
listeners every month. Petra,
Interesting.
classic.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
is
is
that
that it?
it?
Is that it? I
That's
think that's
it.
it.
Unless, all
Oh,
right.
oh, I shouldn't have left when I did. We were so close to the end.
um,
Okay,
cool.
uh, Eric, I want to talk about your list.
Okay. Well, it's still not like my rap list or like my
Yeah, yeah, let's talk about your Wrapped and then how you feel about it currently.
I let's see, did I even take screenshots of it? I didn't even take screenshots of mine. So I don't know. I don't know what mine was. Let me see if I can still find it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Here. Yeah, let
You're
me try to share
wrapped.
mine too.
Here. All right, it's playing through the whole spiel here, so I listened for 51,449 minutes this year, which puts me in the top 5% of listeners worldwide. So that's a lot of music.
Wow.
My biggest listening day was September 12th. Sorry, it's like playing the whole video.
Oh yeah.
I played 6,103 songs this year. My top song was Iron on the Wind by Falling Up because that's the first song on the album that I go to sleep to uh,
Nice.
many nights. Um, and that album was my most played album, I think, which makes sense.
Okay.
Sorry, it's playing through it. All five of my top songs were from the instrumental album that I go to sleep to.
There you go.
um, I spent 4,634 minutes listening to podcasts this year.
Oh wow.
My top podcast topic was music.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's only one of those in your list that I was like,
The whatever
what is
podcast.
this? Yeah,
Have you ever
I
watched
have.
any of it?
I've seen like YouTube clips and
Clips. Yeah,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, there's a lot of drama. I like kind of like drama. I
yeah,
agree fully with almost nothing that's said on it by either side, but still.
right.
Yeah, Church Jams Now, whatever podcast, Black Sheep podcast, album anniversary podcast, were my top four. I don't know why Jesus Freak Hideout podcast isn't on here because I know I listen to it pretty close to as much
Yeah,
as all those others. Um, let's see here. All right, I don't want to go through every month really. Let's see.
right.
I listened to 1,470 artists.
Wow.
Um, Number one is Falling Up, of course.
Makes
Uh,
sense.
Listening to them when I go to bed helps with that. I'm a top 0.05% fan and spent 6,836 minutes listening to Falling Up.
I think you are the top fan.
You know what? I don't know. I'm in the Discord with other Falling Up fans. There's
Yeah.
pretty intense one.
Okay. Okay.
Um, all right. Who else got a lot of play this year? All right. Falling Up was number one. The Cure was number two. Moving Mountains number three. Espa number four, and Further Seems Forever number five.
Okay. That's a good list.
Yeah. So, all right. What about you? Did you find yours?
I did find mine. Okay. Let me share it. My number
Okay.
one was Jonesetta, and that is
Oh,
simply because we did for Church Hymns Now, we covered Jonesetta for all of the month of June. We did June Zeta. Um, but I'm apparently in the like top 0.05% of Jonesetta listeners
yeah.
because of that month. Middle Kids is my number two, which that album, Faith Crisis Part One, I'm fairly certain. I know we're gonna talk about it on your show. Also gonna talk about it on Church Jams Now. I can go ahead and say it's my number one album of the year.
Okay.
Kesha makes sense as my number three. I host a Kesha podcast. Post Malone, like I said, it's my number two album of the year. The funniest thing is number five, Nathaniel Santa Cruz.
I don't know who that
So
is.
no, that's fine. You shouldn't. He's a chalk artist from Seattle, who him and his wife created a Waldorf uh, homeschool curriculum that my
Mm,
wife follows for my daughter. So he writes a lot of songs about like gnomes and fairies and stuff.
hmm.
Uh, and my kid loves them.
Okay.
And so we listen to it a lot. I think he's
Interesting.
got like less than 1,000 listeners a month,
Okay.
but it's funny though, in my wife's Spotify Wrapped, Nathaniel Santa Cruz is all of her top five
Nice.
because she only listens to it to do the homeschool curriculum. So,
Okay.
uh,
Interesting. Dramamine was in my like final 25 songs that
mm,
I was cutting down to the top 10. So that's a really good song.
yeah, dude, that whole album is my number one.
Yeah, it's a good album. Um, Judo JD says, Eric, thanks for the heads up on the new Falling Up single. Almost missed it. Love it. I am always glad to tell everybody everything that's going on with Falling Up. Glad you checked it out and enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
he also says, got into Joan Zeta from June Zeta. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
All right.
We love Jonesette over here. So,
Like it really means a lot that y'all watched this. I thought it was pretty fun.
yeah.
Uh, if you want to do something like this again, y'all let me know. If you haven't followed the channel, please follow it. Uh, follow Church Jams now, if you're not already.
Yeah.
Anything else before we go, Colin?
Um, I think we should do this again with like we should do like a Christmas song draft. We should get AJ in here and
Christmas song
do a
draft.
Christmas song because okay, there's only like what 10 Christmas songs. So like let's find the best versions of all the Christmas songs. I'm here for
Okay.
that. So
Okay. That could be fun.
uh besides that, I don't know, man. Happy times for everyone.
Happy times. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and have a nice holidays and all
That's
that.
right.
All right.
All
Thank you
right.
guys. Really, really appreciate it. All right.
All right.
Amy Grant.
Bye. Amy Grant. All right.